Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Welcome again. Cooking preparation. Cooking prep versus our health implications. That's what I think I've named this episode. So, in the past I've come across these principles, these ideas about how much raw food versus cooked food we should eat. Some suggesting half should be raw, half should be cooked. There was a third in there somewhere, but that's just one principle. I'm talking about cooking today. Temperatures. At a certain temperature, if you superheat your food, I talk about don't fry your food. But I'm also talking about superheating even in the baking and grilling of your food. Heed. This is a heed of warning for the carnivores out there. For reference, I'm more sort of heavy keto. I don't cheat keto. Anything that comes from a package, from a packet, or these keto desserts and snacks and this and that, no. Yogurt, eggs, meat. Yeah, that's pretty much it. With coffees. Decaf, organic coffee that I have now. So I've effectively reduced my coffee intake by 95% because decaf has caffeine in it. Oh, yes it does. So, cooking. Microwave. The way I understand microwaving, it's microwaves. It's EMF. It's certain waves. It's not quite X-rays, but you're getting some sort of rays. Yes, but they are shorter rays than the EMFs or the other rays in the scientific verse. So I would consider that microwaving is not fully safe, but it's safe enough. Because my understanding is microwaves target the moisture in the food, the most that moisture can heat to before evaporating. 100-degree thing, so 100 degrees is all you're getting. And it's effective because it gets to 100 degrees pretty quick when you're zapping the crystalline in the water. We ourselves are crystalline. We're made up of apparently 70% water. You can't just wring us dry. It's a crystalline type substance. So I've referenced 100 degrees in the water, in the microwaving as safe. I microwave my eggies, I bake my meat. Here comes the carnivore people. I've already suggested that the vegans out there, they love to fry their food. And frying is no good. Frying adds to the whole heterocyclic amines, trans fats and acrylamides complex, which also gives the vegans atherosclerosis. It also gives the vegans a chance at heart disease and high cholesterol, together with the eating of a lot of fruit and oils that they use to make up their macros or their calorie intake. There's this thought that Okinawans are vegetarians and they just eat a bit of noodles and this and that. 80% of the Okinawan diet is made up of pork fat. Yeah. So the vegans, it's a challenge. You could do what I do if you're a vegan. I'm not going to poo-poo vegans. that much. But frying, if you take out frying from a vegan, they're going to cry, because that's their only piker out. Their only craving fix is the fried food. I'm sorry, that has to be out, because frying is superheating. The oils that go into that, plus the superheat, no good for our circulatory system. Cholesterol, heart disease, atherosclerosis, the works, the whole 9 yards. So here comes the part where you bake or barbecue the meat. This relates to meat, and then therefore relates to carnivores. Ooh, they're thinking, what's healthy? Well, even I get into a teeter-totter, a seesaw trap with my meat, because I slow cook my meat on low in a slow cooker, taking between 40 minutes and 1 hour, depending on whether the slow cooker is warm from a prior dish or the amount of meat that I place in there. Low, apparently, cooks to about from anywhere from 80 to 120 degrees. That 120 degrees is it's a cutoff. There's this temperature of 120 in the formation of like glycation, the AG thing, measurement. There's acrylamides and the heterocyclic amines that form when food, the more you go past 120 degrees centigrade, the worse the exposure to the acrylamides and the heterocyclic amines becomes, and the glycation. So I don't go too far past 120 if my machine doesn't malfunction. So I blip it to high for it to warm up, and then I put it to low, and that's how I do my my steak or burger patties, which is my go-to for my meat fix or meat inclusion in my diet. My Health 44. Ooh. So 120 is when the glycation, heterocyclic amine formation, and the acrylamides start to form. And the longer you cook at 120, the worse it gets. So hopefully what I'm doing, it barely gets to 120. And also with the carnivores and the opportunistic omnivores that like their meat well done, medium rare, no more than medium rare in that red meat comparison. After that, heterocyclic amines, acrylamides, trans fats. When we bake, usually when we bake, especially cakes. Hello, vegan people. Cakes out there, non-eggy milk cakes that we do. So basically, the oils and the flour that goes in there, that sort of thing. It's going to be superheated from when the oven is turned on, heated up at least. Usually when we bake, 180 degrees. Have you noticed all these all those cakes and baked things that we heat in the oven? It calls for 180 plus degrees centigrade, or what is it, 350 degrees Fahrenheit? No good, no good. We need those levels, those temperature levels to make bread and cakes leaven nicely the yeast complex, right? The baking activate the yeast and the baking soda, those ingredients to make the sugar blend nicely in the baked good. and but it's detrimental to our health. The trans fats, acrylamides, and heterocyclic amines. That is our cholesterol issue, together with the sugar intake, not cholesterol consumption in itself. If you use a 150 degree sort of level, it's better than 180, but it's certainly getting more detrimental from the 120. Okay? I've been experimenting with a bikini body cake, I've called it, because this relates to a lot of ladies out there which, let's face it, gravitate to sweet stuff. The guys have it. You know, I've had it in the past. I don't need it now, but I've been experimenting with it, how it acts on me. And I've been using 160. Then because 180 is too much, 160 is under that, the whole glycation and, the formation of the acrylamides and the heterocyclic amines. I should be going lower. So I've tried 150, 30 minutes. It comes out a bit gooey. It's not well integrated. Could be better, as in how we're accustomed to eating our baked goods, our cakes and all that sort of thing. And just for reference, the cake that I have been experimenting with, erythritol or monk fruit based erythritol. The monk fruit is only 1%, so it's the people will know in Australia, the pink packet, $30 a kilo, that stuff. So, and I'm using half a kilo in the baked thing in that cake, my bikini body cake, and milk and eggs. The milk comes in the form of powdered milk, or it can be normal milk, but with powdered whole egg. So you could do it either way. So that's how my cake comes out, a sweet, eggy milk cake. And I've done that for about, feels like 4 months, maybe 5. And I don't see any detriment to my health. I just continue seeing an improvement. That's why I call the bikini body cake. I don't quite have a bikini body, but it resonates because bikini bodies are lovely. So, yeah, that's just a quick update on what I'm experimenting for you with, for me as well. And there you go. 120 is the magic figure to avoid the formation of the acrylamides, the heterocyclic amines, and the glycation. But there are setbacks, as I discussed with my quick example with that bikini body cake. It's a bit more gooier. I could go 40 minutes at 140 degrees, perhaps, not the half hour, but then the duration kicks in. It's duration and temperature. So if you try and do 150 degrees centigrade and increase the bake time a little bit to account for the lower heat, it's not quite the same, is it? But that's what we probably need to do to not have those bad implications on our health, which is those factors that I mentioned at least 3 times here. Heterocyclic amines, acrylamides, glycation. So I haven't got the number 1 formula, but even if you go to 150 degrees, don't extend the cooking time to account for the discrepancy. It's also a bit of a balance, the time factor. So even my 1 hour meat in the slow cooker, that's let's just say 100 degrees time, it's been in there for an hour. It's still better than a superheated fry pan. but it's still some formation. Like we are exposed to gluten by shaking people's hands, by going into the supermarket or passing a bakery. Hopefully you're going to be passing that bakery. We get exposure from gluten, but it's certainly not being eaten at 45,000 parts per million, like having a piece of bread or having a burger. So exposure is going to be there, but if you lessen the exposure to that superheat and the duration, you'll be better off. You'll have less chance of the statisticians, the life insurers, to say that this person was carnivore, they died of eating meat. It very well could be the case, but the vegans aren't out of the woods either, because they're frying and superheating. You see? So just be mindful. Reduce the heat. If you can't get to 120 degrees, certainly go under 180 degrees. Okay? I think I've made my point to avoid the whole circulatory system issues that come with superheated foods, which there's other downstream effects, but that's, you know, at the top of the tree. So I'll leave it there. I haven't made a commitment to be more succinct. I could probably do better if I prepared more, but that's all you're getting for now until I get some more. So until the next time, bye-bye.